Types of plans. Planning, as we all know, is deciding in advance what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who is to do it. It is a process of decision making. In the process of planning, a manager prepares several plans which are also known as components of planning. There are various types of plans such as goals, objectives, strategy, policy, procedure, method, rule, program, budget. Let us learn about these in detail. Goals. The first step in planning is setting goals. A goal is a desired state of affairs which an organization wants to realize. Goals are collective ends towards which organizations direct their energies and activities. For example, the goal of Reliance India Mobile or RIM, a cellular operator company, can be to increase its profit. Objectives. Objectives are the planned target of performance or the desired end result of an activity which an organization attempts to realize. Objectives are expressed in quantitative, measurable, concrete terms in the form of a written statement of desired results to be achieved within a given period of time. For example, Reliance India Mobile may have an objective of increasing its profit by 10%. Objectives are usually set by top management of an organization and focus on broad and general issues. Different departments or units in an organization may have their own objectives. Strategy. The term strategy has been adapted from war and is being increasingly used in business to reflect broad overall objectives and policies of an enterprise. Thus we can say, a strategy is a comprehensive plan for accomplishing organizational objectives. Strategy includes three dimensions. First, determination of long-term objectives. Second, adoption of a particular course of action. And third, allocation of resources necessary to achieve the objectives. While formulating a strategy, an organization needs consider business environment as well as economic, political, social, legal, and technological environment. Policy. Policies are general statements that guide managers in decision making. Policies provide a basis for interpreting strategy, which is usually stated in general terms. Policies are guides to managerial action and decisions in the implementation of strategy. Policies help managers to tackle issues before they become problems, make it unnecessary to analyze the same situation every time it comes up, and unify other plans, thus permitting managers to delegate authority and still maintain control over what their subordinates do. There are policies for all levels and departments in an organization. For example, purchase policy of an organization helps a manager to take manufacturing or buying decisions. This policy would address questions such as: how should vendors be selected for procuring supplies? How many suppliers should a company make purchases from? To name a few. Procedure. A procedure is a set of step-by-step directions that explains how activities or tasks should be carried out to enforce a policy and to attain predetermined objectives. Let us see how an organization purchases supplies and equipment. Step 1. Supervisors complete a purchasing requisition. Step 2. They send the requisition to the next level of management for approval. Step 3. The approved requisition is forwarded to the purchasing department. Step 4. Finally, the purchasing department places an order depending on the amount of the request. Hence, by defining the steps to be taken and the order in which they are to be done, procedures provide a standardized way of responding to a repetitive problem. Rules. Rules are specific statements that tell an employee what he or she can and cannot do. Rules are do and don't statements put into place to promote the safety of employees and the uniform treatment and behavior of employees. Rules are the simplest type of plans because there is no compromise or change unless a policy decision is taken. For example, rules about tardiness and absenteeism permit supervisors to make discipline decisions rapidly and with a high degree of fairness. Program. Programs are detailed statements about a project which outlines the objectives, policies, procedures, rules, tasks, human and physical resources required, and the budget to implement any course of action. A program may be primary or derivative. A primary program is often accompanied by a series of derivative programs. A program of replacing an old machine with a new or modern machine may have many derivative programs of training, maintenance, and financing. Method. Methods are formalized and standardized way of accomplishing repetitive and routine jobs. A method deals with a task comprising one step of a procedure and specifies how this step is to be performed. There may be different methods for every task. For example, an organization may adopt different methods for imparting training to employees at various levels from top management to lower management. It may organize management orientation programs, lectures and seminars for higher level and on-the-job training methods and work-oriented methods for the supervisory level. Budget. A budget is a statement of expected results expressed in numerical terms. In other words, a budget is a plan which quantifies future facts and figures. With the help of a budget, an organization can easily compare actual figures with expected figures and take corrective action subsequently. Thus, a budget is also a control device from which deviations can be taken care of. In many organizations, budget is a fundamental planning instrument as it involves forecasting. For example, cash flow statement. Cash flow statement is a device that helps managers to plan and control the use of cash. It is a statement showing the estimated cash inflows and cash outflows over a given period. An organization determines its net cash position by deducting inflows from outflows. The management has to hold adequate cash balances for various purposes, but at the same time, it should avoid excess balance of cash since it gives little or no return. In a nutshell, planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who is to do it. Based on what the plan seeks to achieve and the method which the plan would like to adopt, plans can be classified as goals. A goal is a desired state of affairs which an organization wants to realize. Objectives. Objectives are the quantitative, measurable, concrete planned target of performance or the desired end result of an activity which an organization attempts to realize. Strategy. A strategy is a comprehensive plan for accomplishing an organization objectives. Policy. Policies are general statements that guide thinking in decision making. Procedure. Procedures are routine steps on how to carry out activities. Method. Methods are formalized and standardized way of accomplishing repetitive and routine jobs. Rule. Rules are specific statements that tell managers what is to be done. Program. Programs are detailed statements about a project which outline the objectives, policies, procedures, rules, tasks, human and physical resources required, and the budget to implement any course of action. Budget. A budget is a statement of expected results expressed in numerical terms.